It's a beautiful day to be ZenJacked, and we're at Legends Gym, and we're here to get massive shoulders. Now, I'm of the opinion that I can have bigger shoulders in my 50s and maybe in my 60s, because I'm almost 60, than I have in my 20s. Take a look at this. Tell me what you think my shoulders looked like back then when I won a national championship. But here we are today, 59 years old, having rehabbed those shoulders, rehabbed the busted neck. We're back, but I'm going to show you how to get massive shoulders over 50 in 10 minutes. All right. I mean, massive shoulders is very much a subjective thing, but I think my shoulders are pretty impressive. I like to have wide shoulders. I got some caps, and the main thing is my shoulders are healthy, and that's fun. And they're growing really, really fast. And I've been given a lot of shit from you guys online, and I appreciate it. A lot of you guys are encouraging. But you're telling me I don't have caps, so how can I talk about caps? I don't know, guys. What do you think? But I'm going to show you a little 10-minute routine here. And there's a couple of minutes of warming up, because at the end of the day, we're not spring chickens anymore, and we got mileage on this body. All right, so I'm going to give you a quick 2-minute warm-up, maybe 3, I don't know. You've driven here, you've been behind your computer, you've got to fix your posture before we get into shoulders. I tell you all the time, it's the mistake most of you guys are making. Before I even think about training shoulders, I got to stretch out my pecs. Why? Because my pecs are tight. Everybody's are, so yours. They're chronically tight, and they're rolling those shoulders forward, and they're making it so that you cannot, if you wanted to, target your middle delts with overhead presses. I'm sorry, guys, but with your posture, your poor shoulder and chest position, you're not getting the target that you want from your key exercises. So the main thing is fix the posture like I'm doing, get the shoulders back into position. Obviously, we want to get some breath in our body, some oxygen. Watch this, I'm getting those shoulders backwards in my body, lifting up and pushing back. I was determined as I rehab my shoulders to get strong where I was weak. And I was very weak in this upward and backward position. And you guys are too, I guarantee it. So let's become strong where you're weak. Let's get flexible where you're tight. Going on a suspension. I don't know what the time is here, but we don't need much more time. I'm doing a nice Y raise right here again. Trying to become strong where I was previously weak. And we're getting ready for some activation exercises, but we're still stabilizing the joint, building those rotator cuffs, getting good mobility. So by the time I finish this warm-up, see what I'm doing? Open up the pecs, stretching out the lats, even getting the biceps warmed up a little bit, the triceps. It's not that much. So that then when I go into this 2 minutes of activations, I can go fairly hard. I'm not going to go to failure here, but I'm going to activate, pinpoint what I'm trying to get to. And then when I go do the heavy work in the gym, it'll make me grow immediately. And safely. All right, so I've shown you guys these moves before. This is what I'm doing for activation. So I really want to activate my rear delts and my middle delts. So I'm pulling laterally on these grips as I'm doing my upright rows here. Sure, my traps are getting activated, sure, but couldn't you use bigger traps too? I know I could. I can do a front raise. I want to get my caps, my middle delts, my front delts, and my rear delts all ready to rock. This is virtually a pre-exhaust too. Remember, I can do this because I did my mobility, I fixed my posture. Look how quick and easy this is. So by the time I'm walking in to the gym, I'm going to do 3 supersets and finish off with 2 natural sets to make 5 Like I said, huge shoulders, 5 sets, just about 5 minutes, and you can get jacked, however old you are. Okay, before we get on to this 5-minute jacked shoulders routine, I have a little confession to make. It's leg day today. I'm skipping leg day. Don't hate me, don't judge me, but you know, I've been working very hard on my legs. I tried to get 2 sessions in last week, bit of a mistake. Some of you know me, know my knees are a little dodgy. And then I had a little dance party with wifey in the backyard on Sunday, which was so much fun, which you got to do with your spouse once in a while, your best friend. Have a little dance party with them. Anyway, my knees are shot today, and I've never skipped leg day, but today is going to be that day. So what are we going to do instead? A lot of you have been telling me that I don't really have shoulder caps. I don't really have shoulders or muscle at all. So you've inspired me to train a little harder. I'm going to show you the little routine I use to get my tiny little shoulders. And there's just 2 supersets that are the main meat and potatoes of the whole thing. We've got a couple of sets of lateral raises. Well, we've got a set of lateral raises, front raises, and then 2 different styles of presses. Here we are on the Smith machine. Now, before you get on the Smith machine, fellas, especially you fellas over 35, over 45, fix that shoulder posture. Get those pecs lengthened out, rehab those shoulders, just like I showed you in the warm-up. I'm assuming you've got everything fixed, you've warmed up, you're ready to go, you've done your corrective exercise, and you're ready to do some fairly heavy presses. But we don't have to go that heavy because we're pre-exhausting them, and that's the whole point. Watch the way I pre-exhaust and how I get my pecs. All right, so I have a couple of little secrets of how I get my caps, but this is how I do it with this style of lateral raise and then an overhead press. And the way I do my presses is I'm going to lean in and feel that I'm doing a behind neck press. So I'm going to do the Smith machine, but 2 different styles of presses and 2 different styles of pre-exhaust exercises. So the first main pre-exhaust exercise, yes, your lateral raises. I know I've maligned lateral raises a lot in the past because most people don't do it right. And if you watch the pros, you can see their middle delt lifting the weight, lifting the arm. I'm not thinking about my hands. I'm really thinking about my elbows. I'm thinking about the elbows being lifted and those middle delts doing the work. And every so often, I'm going to get a little hold right there and a little isometric hold in different areas. And I might mess around. I might turn my hands forward like that. But I'm going to take this set of lateral raises to failure and beyond. I'm not going to cheat it, but I'm going to keep the tension on. It's a long set, guys, and a lot of pain, but this is how you get those caps to grow. You destroy them first. I got some decent weight here on the press. I'm headed towards you. I'm in your living room, getting big shoulders. Here we go. And I love that behind neck. Now, if you're not comfortable going behind neck, that's fine. You can go here. But what you can do is you can just push your body forwards to get that behind neck feeling. That might be a really nice posture for your shoulders. Okay? So you can come down here. You don't need to go any lower. And lean that body forward and push up. For me, I'm going to go behind neck. I'm going to try to stay wide. And when I get to the top, I'm pushing up and out. Up and out. Can't be heavy enough, can it? Because I just did that. Up and out, keeping the tension. Up and out. All right, I might have to stop talking now. Oh, little ones. Oh, gone, guys. I don't know how many reps I got on the press. It wasn't that many. I got 45s on there, so sure, it's not that heavy, but it felt heavy. See how heavy it felt? Lateral raises, behind neck presses. That's how you get caps. All right, here's that second superset, and we're hitting front delts. So this is a front delt exercise that I love. I think it also primes my biceps because I'm doing biceps next. But it's the perfect superset for a heavy front shoulder press And this is it. It's a dumbbell front raise, palms up. Love to get a little biceps in there. Yeah. Sometimes I'll change the hand position there. Every so often I'll really mess with myself. Get a couple palms down, go back. A little tension there. Oh. 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 Ready for the presses next. So this system really takes the ego lifting out of it because I can't press heavy. So I've grabbed some 55s. Yeah, I could impress you guys with some really big dumbbells that I'm pressing right now, but that's not the idea. We've pre-exhausted the front delts. Now we're going to absolutely destroy them with these front presses. Nothing too heavy. It's just that initial push right there. A 2/3 rep from low down. Let's see if we can get a full rep, shall we? Oh, oh, there's always more than you think. Whoa, do a couple of half reps again. Do we have another full one? Oh, I'm sure I got one more. What do you think, guys? That's why you don't quit on a set. There's always an extra one in there. That's how you get big shoulders, or little ones, according to you guys. Okay, we're coming up to about 8 minutes on the workout. This is the third superset. This is the last one. This is rear delts. These are my patented face pulls with the grips. You know how I do them. I do them different. That's why I get a lot more out of it, and that's why we only need one set for rear delts. Then we're going to go to a high dumbbell row for rear delts, okay? So check this out. Let's see if we can blow them out in one set. So we're pulling laterally, remember. Look at the tension we're keeping in those rear delts, and I'm keeping my eyes on it, and sometimes I'll have somebody put a finger there to make sure I'm still engaging it. See, I'm always messing with hand position. See, maybe I pull it a little higher sometimes. I'm just keeping a nice rhythm, attention, blowing it out, getting to failure. No idea how many reps I'm doing, but the tension stays the whole time. Keeping the tension on it. You guys put the weight down far too soon. You got to be determined, man. That's shoulders, 10 minutes. Not many sets, but absolute destruction. You tell me if I can get bigger shoulders in my 50s and 60s than I have in my 20s. I encourage you to do the same.